Hey guys, welcome back to Play on West Coast Eagles. My name is Bailey, and today we're going to be talking about the West Coast Eagles trade of Jack Darling to North Melbourne, and basically where I sit on it, where I think it's going to be heading beyond this point. Is it a good trade? Look, I'll start with the first thing. He's played 298 games for the Eagles. He's been super durable as a player. He hasn't really missed many games. His body's been a testament to him. I think he had that sort of, I think it was like a fractured arm because he was always wearing a cast at one stage, I think a couple of years back or a year ago. Apart from that though, he's been an absolute trooper, and he's been one of those players where you could really rely on him. Yes, he's had his clunkers like in the 2015 grand final, 2018 grand final, but that shouldn't take away the fact that he's the second highest goal scorer for the Eagles. He's kicked 23 goals in 22 games this year. So I think he's definitely got a lot more to offer North. And it's funny because, you know, at his age, he could easily play, I reckon, another 2 years, maybe 3, depending on how he goes with the first 1 or 2 years, but in Melbourne. So I think what it's going to allow North Melbourne to do is, of course, free up Nick Larkey, give them that sort of durability around the ball. And, you know, I think if I can really talk candidly about it, it allowed Waterman to do so well this year, I think. You know, Waterman kicked 55 goals or something in a side that finished 16th. And a lot of the time, Darling was the one helping Waterman, helping him put blocks on to gain a bit of a lead over his opponent so he could mark the ball. You know, there was just times where he definitely helped him, and I think that's really going to be beneficial for Nick Larkey. And I think, to be honest with you, I think Clarko saw that this year, and he's gone, you know what, we need this guy, I think. And you know, the industry talks, you know, Sam Mitchell was the coach of the Eagles, or midfield coach in 2018 when they won the grand final. And he would have talked to Clarko saying, hey, look, I rate this Eagles player. If you ever want a quality forward to come into your side, grab this guy. And I think that's probably what happened. You know, obviously Clarko and Mitchell have a very tight relationship. And, you know, the fact that he's going to North, I don't think it has anything to do with Adam Simpson. I'm sure Adam Simpson would have put in a great word for him as a reference and as his past coach. But I think with Jack Darling, he has definitely a lot more to offer. You know, he's a very good professional athlete. He trains hard, and he can really maybe help out Teakle. Now Teakle's another one. Teakle's about 200 centimeters. Like he's just off 200 centimeters, I think. And Darling's 191. So again, he's not a massive like JK type forward, but he is very nimble, very quick around the ground. He one of his other features is that he loves to chase down tackle. That's one of his strengths. And when he first was drafted to the Eagles in 2010, I believe, he was actually a pressure forward because, again, his size wasn't of the massive stature that we have become accustomed to with forwards like Lance Franklin and JK and so forth, these big hulking forwards. So, you know, for him to be as durable as he has, to be somewhat consistent. I mean, the only game he missed was when he got dropped by Jarrett Schofield for a game, and he's 2 games away from his 300th. I think for me as an Eagles supporter, it does kick a little bit in the guts in terms of that he won't be playing his 200th game for the Eagles at home. However, you know, the fact that he's actually allowed the opportunity to continue his playing career and try and get a couple of years out of him, you know, get more money for him and his family. I think that's probably the best scenario. To get picked 67, it was never really about the pick, but it just frees up a spot for the Eagles to then go back into the draft or this trade period to see if we can get someone that can add immediate value for our long-term success, because at the moment the Eagles are definitely looking long-term, big picture. So yeah, we just need to keep the eye on the prize and yeah, really make sure that we're making the right steps now for the team. But what do you guys reckon? Comment down below, like, subscribe. Where do you think or how far do you think Jack Darling will go this year for North? this coming year for Northam 2025? Do you see him playing 1 or 2 years? Do you think he's reached his peak? He's just not going to be playing very well? Or what do you guys reckon? Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.